Hello, Admiral Thrawn here. I was just playing through a campaign as House Gardner in Age of Kings 2.0, which is just released in case you haven't heard. You can go download on ModDB. I'm just going to play through a battle here for funsies.
Swiftly or slowly, I care not!
Not really going to be a lot of important info for like Age of Kings preview stuff. Just wanted to, record a battle, whatever, If you like watching battles and vaguely disinterested commentary about what's going on, then come join us. So here I'm attacking Oldtown. This here is Sir Osmond Tyrell. He was actually in the lore in the World of Ice and Fire. They wrote about him. Basically, this takes place during the reign, like the Age of Kings mod. Takes place during the reign of King Garth Tyrell, who was a complete idiot. He's loosely based on King Henry VI of France, who was, well, a complete idiot. And basically, it was Henry VI's awful, incompetent reign that basically ushered in the War of the Roses, because he was, an utter imbecile, and whoever basically... Let me lower the volume. It sounds like I'm being drowned out. Basically, Henry VI was the son of, Henry V, the awesome one, who won the Battle of Agincourt, and basically everybody loved. Thing is, immediately after Agincourt, King Henry V basically died of disease, and after that the throne passed to his infant son, who grew up to be a complete tool. And so, basically the competition of the War of the Roses was over who got to manipulate the king, until eventually the Duke of York got so fed up that he declared himself king, and that was basically that, and it became a whole war and stuff. But anyways, the whole reason I bring this up is to A, kill time, and B, sort of explain how in the lore, a lot, as you probably know, pretty much all Game of Thrones lore is based on real history, and this is one of those things where like they basically stole Henry VI from history, and his dad, Henry V, is basically Giles III. They mentioned in the World of Ice and Fire, so yeah, whenever you're reading like some of the giant reams of lore that GRRM puts out, it's probably like based on real history. But anyways though, right now though, we have some reasonably more competent advisors who are fighting this battle. This is, we're under the command of, I believe it's Mern, the ninth, I think. He basically is the guy that comes after the current incompetent one. Basically, so it was Giles III, the badass one who won the huge battle in the Stormlands and conquered half the Stormlands. Giles III, I got them all mixed up. But basically, this guy who's currently commanding the battle takes over after the idiot King Giles, that's currently king, dies. And he's assisted in this by Sir Osmond Tyrell, who is here commanding a combined source of sellswords and men from the Shield Islands. And basically Osmond Tyrell was not a great warrior, but he was able to convince the Reach to unite behind this guy after the idiot king, Garth Greybeard, died. And so, yeah, anyways. Defending the city is a character of my own invention. It's Cauldron the Red Tower. Basically, he's sort of the high tower equivalent of the Blackfish. You can see here, he's got this the high tower sigil, but it's red. Basically, he's the uncle of the current king, who isn't current anymore because I just killed him in the previous battle. And he's got a couple of militia guys guarding the city, as well as, let's see here, some crossbowmen, like pretty much the old town city watch. This here's Oldtown, as well as a bunch of Old Town merchants who are basically decided to fight on behalf of the High Towers. So they aren't terribly skilled at... these here are High Tower men-at-arms.
Battering ram is in place.
And these here are merchants. They aren't particularly skilled at combat, but they are rich enough to be able to afford good weapons. So basically, they are a decent force to have on the battlefield. Okay. That's not good. One thing that I'm going to try and fix for 3.0, I made some announcements about 3.0 earlier. Well, yeah, one thing I'm going to try and fix is the voices are all Middle Eastern voices, like Mighty Sultan and all that stuff. And
Our men have done well. The gates have fallen.
It's not terribly accurate to, you know, Westeros. So I'm going to try and fix that in the next version. But we'll see if it works. And yeah, these militia
We have taken the walls.
just got totally
We
pwned.
captured this place.
Then once the battle's over, I'll show you a couple of the map improvements that I made in 3.0. The version that I'm currently playing on is my work in progress 3.0. I'm not going to be doing many changes to Southern Westeros, so it's not really any different from 2.0 at the moment. But there will be a bunch of stuff, like for example, the lands north of the wall.
See this and lose heart.
So I'll give you a little preview of that once we're done with this here.
These towers have reached the walls. Let our foes try and stand in the way of our might.
So yeah, these guys got confused and didn't properly deploy. Yeah, look at this here. You lost a lot of these sellswords on the approach, and I think they're probably all going to die on the walls, but you know, that's what sellswords are for, they don't need to pay them. Plus they managed to silence these crossbowmen, which is going to be huge. So these guys here, oh yeah, look at that. You see they're pouring the oil on them? Yeah, these guys just getting wiped out. But you know, that's what happens in battles. Come on, Tyrell. Fucking hurry up. So right now, Sir Osmond Tyrell is basically gonna just sit there and watch us, which is freaking ridiculous, but oh well. What can you do? We've got all our militia guys here, like our levies. They're all stuck into the gates there. Getting, like, totally massacred.
They have cut off the serpent's
Yes!
head. The enemy general
Good.
is slain. Let's see how these snakes fight without their head.
Okay, that's very good for us. I'm gonna charge in my my
Our
outriders.
siege towers have reached the walls.
One thing that I changed is outriders are actually
Try
pretty
and
good
stand in the
now.
way of our might.
They're I heavily buffed their stats to make them, you know, not suck. Look at that. That's like half my casualties right there. I've lost already 9% of my army, and that includes the Tyrells over here. The music here in the background to be recognized from Conan the Barbarian.
Victory is well within our grasp. In time, our foe will surely see this and lose heart.
Alright, good, so the bodyguard broke. And my outriders were able to get under the walls before much oil fell on them. A little bit fell on them, as you can see. But yeah, we managed to break through their center here. That's excellent for us. And then press ahead. Pikemen, where are the pikemen? You, pikemen, keep pressing ahead. Take out these high tower bodyguards. You guys go help fight those merchants. You guys help deal with the crossbowmen. My sellswords have done quite well, but I guess they were fighting against crossbowmen, so it's to be expected. I redid their models to make them not shit. And I'm going to also redo all the Dornish models in 3.0 as well. I didn't change them for 2.0 because I think they look okay, but they don't look good enough to be, like, you know, up to my standards, in my opinion. Not to sound like a complete, like, asshole saying, like, yes, my standards are so much higher. But I mean, like, the Dornish models right now are from, like, 1.0, and let's be honest, your 1.0 models kind of suck. I mean, they're not, they were fine for, like, 2004 or whatever the game came out. But at this point, 1.0 is just like, I mean, like, at 1.0, I mean, like, a bit vanilla medieval Total War. It's like not very good models at all. Good news is the crossbowmen are just utterly getting killed by our sellswords here. That's good. And all your infantry, you guys go fight these merchants. These guys here have achieved the walls. Who did they even kill here? I guess it was like a couple of crossbowmen, but I don't see many guys. So this should be able to sandwich the merchants here. They're already wavering, that's good. Yeah, the merchants don't have great morale. They're basically just a bunch of rich kids with swords. Which I mean, like, sometimes that's exactly what you need, but they're still just rich kids with swords. I mean, it's like, there's not that much there to work with for an army. You guys go chase these down. Let's take the city center and try and let the timer run out. One thing that I'm trying to avoid is I haven't even deployed all of my heavy knights. Really the biggest strength of House Gardner is they have essentially infinite militia they can just throw into battle, and then they have these super heavy knights.
Control of the city.
And like, basically, yeah, they have all the chivalry of the Reach here, and the chivalry of the Reach is pretty badass, if not very chivalrous. And yeah, really, these guys are taking a lot of casualties here. I'm gonna try and secure the gates. My archers are just getting slaughtered out here by their arrows. But I guess it's a huge city, so that's to be expected. So really, the only real resistance right now is that they're actually they've got some levies here that are gonna regain control of this town center. So I'm going to try and head him off with my Outriders and let the timer keep running. But it'll be a close one. If one of these guys... Fuck. I think I just lost the town center. Or maybe not. So yeah, this might be a little while to clear out the remaining resistance. Good news is it looks like their forces here are all just like basically routed. Now those merchants are running away and broken. So a pretty even split of dead bodies there, but you know, I think mostly theirs. And the sellsword is just like utterly just like wrecked shit up there on the walls. I mean, yeah, really this sort of like a brawn thing, you know, sellswords. It's like they're badass. Don't want to mess with them. And my pikemen, once my pikemen get to the town center and basically block off the entryway there, they'll be good to go. Yeah, who's even still running towards the town center, I guess? There's that guy. If that guy, like, fucking makes the timer reset, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed off. But no, it doesn't look like he will. Okay. Six, 5, 4, 3... You guys were so fucking useless. Yeah. Stand there, useless levies.
Victory is ours.
Well, good news is I've just taken Old Town, which basically means I've conquered the Reach. And I didn't even need the Tyrells, so I could have just sent Lord Tyrell to go handle other shit, but oh well. You live and you learn.
We showed the enemy no
and loot the city.
I swore they would regret.
So anyways, I'll just give you a quick little preview of 3.0. First off, I added the stepstones down here, and one thing I'm going to do with this is this will be like a mercenary recruitment area, so if you want to hire a whole bunch of sellswords, you can send a lord here and basically just recruit essentially a full stack of sellswords from Essos. And so that should be, a fun way to quickly build up your army. I think it's accurate too, because you always hear about how, Davos would sail down to, Lyce or the Stepstones and hire a whole bunch of sellswords and sell sails and then bring them all back. Or how, in the Blackfire Rebellion, it was mentioned that, I think it was Lord Peak. Basically, he went to Tyros to hire a bunch of mercenaries, but they were delayed by storms and getting back, so they couldn't actually help at Redgrass Field. And so, yeah, definitely, it's a common thing to send one of your lords to go hire a big mercenary army and bring them back. So that's what the Stepstones will be for. And then, most importantly, the most requested edition, as you can see, The Lands Beyond the Wall. Still a work in progress, as you can see. I haven't worked out the recruitment yet for the wildlings. I'm not going to promise giants, because I have no idea how to do those animations, because basically, to give you a brief description, all animations are basically objects on a person's body are tied to bones, and then it's sort of saved where those bones will go during an animation. And so a soldier will be walking, and the hand will move to follow where the fist is. Problem is, when you expand the soldier to be the size of a giant, then he'll it'll look awful, because his hands will be stuck way down near his feet, because that's where the normal sized soldier would have his hands. And to fix that is insanely difficult. I don't know how to do it. So, yeah, no giants, unless somebody else knows how to do animations and is willing to do them. But I will have a bunch of other wildlings, tons of other stuff, maybe some mammoths if I can get those to work with the medieval 2 elephants. The Night's Watch will, of course, be in it, with their 3 castles. The wildlings will have their castles. They'll have Fen, Ice River Cannibals, Frozen Shore people. Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. And then after 3.0, once I've got this all working as a base, I'm going to hopefully be able to expand and improve this into the quote-unquote present day, so that we'll have King's Landing, and I can do an Age of Blackfire mod, an Age of the Usurper, Age of the 5 Kings, lots of ages of. I think I'm going to use the quote-unquote Age of as the sort of the calling sign for mods that are based on this. But yeah, lots of awesome things coming up in the next, hopefully less than a year. I think 3.0 won't take me very long, but as for the Blackfire mods and stuff, that'll probably take longer. But yeah, look forward to that. And in the meantime, go download and play Age of Petty Kings 2.0. It's a heck of a lot of fun, in my opinion at least, and see for yourself. Admiral Thrawn signing off.